Hello, the student dot class 8. Now we will read the English New Images book, lesson number 5. After 20 years, this is the story of the two friends who separated and met after 20 years. They could not recognize each other. Let's read the lesson. The policeman on the beat moved up and avenue impressively. The impressiveness was habitual and not also. For spectators were few. The time was barely 10 o'clock at night, but chilly gusts of the wind with a taste of rain in them had depopulated the street. Due to the rain, the people was not on the road because it was raining in the winter season. A policeman was on his daily patrolling, trying doors as he went, twirling his club with many intricate complex and elaborate. An artful movement, turning now and then to cast its watchful light down the slow air. Here means road. The officer with his stalwart, strong, from the slight swagger. Swagger made a fine picture of a guardian of the peace. Now and then you might see the lights of a cigar store or an all-night lunch counter, but the majority of the doors belong to business places that has long since been closed. When about midway of a certain block, the policeman suddenly slowed his walk in the doorway of a darkened hardware store. A man leaned with an unlighted cigar in his mouth. As the policeman walked up to him, the man spoke up quickly, and the policeman passed through a man in the darkness of his store in front of the hard where thought the man spoke to him. That's all right, officer, he said reassuringly. I am just waiting for a friend. It's an appointment made 20 years ago. Sounds a little funny to you, doesn't it? Well, I will explain if you had like to make certain. It's all said about that long ago there used to be a restaurant where this store stands, Big Joe Brady's restaurant. The man described about the 20 years stories. There was at the hardware shops, in the place of hardware shops, there was a restaurant named Big Joe Bardy's restaurant. Until 5 years ago, said the policeman, it was torn down then. The man in the doorway struck a match and lit its cigar. The light showed a pale, square-jawed face with keen eyes and a little white scare near his right eyebrow. He wore a large, oddly set diamond pin in his in his scarf. When the man, when the strange man lit his cigar, lit, lit the match and to, to lit his cigar, the light replaced his mouth, the light showed his mouth and the sign of the scar. 20 years ago tonight, said the man, I dined here at Big Joe Verdi's with Jim Wells, my best chum and the finest chap in the world. He and I were raised here in New York just like two brothers together. I was 18 and Jimmy was 20. The next morning I was to start for the West to make my fortune. You couldn't have dragged Jimmy out of New York. He thought it was the only place on the earth. Well, we will agree that night that we would meet here again exactly 20 years from the date and the time, no matter what that date and time our condition might be or from what distance we might have to come. We figured that in 20 years each of us ought to have our destiny worked out and our fortunes made whatever they were going to be. The man told about the policeman after 20 years. The man was 18 years and his friend Jimmy was 20 years. They promised to we will meet here after 20 years. And it sounds pretty interesting, said the policeman. Rather a long time between meets, though it seems to me, haven't you heard from your friend since you left? Well, yes, for a time we corresponded, said the other, but after a year or two we lost track of each other. You see, the West is a pretty big proposition. That something has to be dealt here. Kept hustling around over it pretty lively, but I know Jimmy will meet me here if he is alive for it. Or he always was the curious, staunchest, staunchest, most reliable old chap in the world. He will never forget. I came 1,000 miles to stand outside the door tonight, and it's what up my old partner turns up. The betting man pulled out a handsome watch. Its lids set with small diamonds. 3 minutes to 10. He announced it was exactly 10 o'clock when we parted here at the restaurant door. Did pretty well out west, didn't you? Asked the policeman. You bet. Hope Jimmy has done half as well. He was a kind of plodder. Tough good fellow as he was. Have, I had had to compete the sum of the sharpest wit to make my pile. A man gets in a groove in New York. It takes the best to put a razor edge on him. He described the condition of his friends and promised that Jimmy is the staunchest person, most reliable person. So he will come at the right time, 10 o'clock. The policeman twirled his club and took a step or two. I will be on my way. Hope your friend comes around all right. Going to call time on him, sir. I should say no, said the other. I will give him half an hour at least. If Jimmy is alive on earth, he will be here by the time. So long, officer. Good night, sir, said the policeman, passing on along his beat, trying doors as he went. There was now a fine cold drizzle falling from the wind. The reason from its uncertain puff into a steady blow. The few foot passengers stir in that quarter hurried dismally and silently along with coat collar turned high and puckered hands, and in the door of the heart where stood the man who had come 1,000 miles to fill an appointment with the friend. His youth smoked his cigar and waited about 20 minutes. He waited, and then a tall man in a long overcoat with collar turned us to his ear, hurried across from the opposite side of the street. He went directly to the waiting man. Is that you, Bob? He asked doubtfully. Is that you, Jimmy Wells? Cried the man in the door. Bless my heart, explained the new arrival, grasping both the other's hands with his own. It's Bob, sure as said. I was certain to find you here if you were still in existence. Well, 20 years is a long time. The old restaurant's gone, Bob. I wish it had lasted so we could have had another dinner there. How has the West treated you? The old friend, the both friends met here and welcomed warmly each other and said if the restaurant was existed here now after 20 years we dined here. But it is given even everything I asked it for. You have changed a lot, Jimmy. I never thought you were so tall. You have gained 2 or 3 inches. Oh, a grew bit after I was 20, doing well as New York, Jimmy. Moderately, I have a position in the of the city department. City departments come on board and go around to a place I know of. Have a good long talk about old times. The two men started up the street arm in arm. The man from the west is egotism enlarged by success. Success was beginning to outline the history of the career. The other, submerged in the overcoat, listened with interest. At the corner which stood a drug store, brilliant the electric lights. When they came into the glare, each of them turned simultaneously to gaze upon others' face. The man from the west stopped suddenly and released his arm. You are not Jimmy Wells. He snapped. 20 years is a long time, but not long enough to change a man's road from a Roman to a pug's. It sometimes changes a good man into a bad one, said the tall man. You have been under arrest for 10 minutes. Tilty Bob, Chicago thinks you may have dropped over our way and while us he wants to have a chat with you. Going quietly, are you that sensible now? Before we go on the station, here's a note I was asked to hand you. You may read it here at the window. It's from Patrolman Wells. The man from the west unfolded the little piece of paper, handed him. His hand was steady when he began to read, but it trembled a little by the time he had finished. The note was rather short. Bob, I was at the appointed place on the time when you struck the match to light your cigar. I saw it was the face of the man wanted the Chicago. Somehow I couldn't do it myself, so I went around and got a plain cloth man to do the the job. The man who was waiting at the door of the hardware store was a criminal and wanted to the Chicago police. The man who was in the police patrolling, he was his friend Bob, and he could not arrest to his friend, so he sent to other person to arrest him. Now, your lesson is completed. See, consolidate question number 1. Answer these questions. See the consolidate questions. Question number 1. Describe the policeman on the beat. The policeman on the beat moved up an avenue impressively and watchful eye down the road. Second question. What did the man in the doorway tell him? Answer. The man in the doorway told him, "It's all right, officer. It's all right, officer. I am waiting for a friend." Question number 3. How did Bob describe Jimmy? Bob described Jimmy was best and staunchest friend. Now question number 4 and 5, you have to do as your homework. Your lesson has now completed. Thank you.